What's going on everyone? Anthony here with HG Toys and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are reviewing the last set that I needed to complete my Turtle Rangers. And that is the fan channel exclusive Power Rangers Cross Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lightning Collection 2-pack of Morphed April O'Neil and Morphed Michelangelo. Now, as you can see here, it is in the same style packaging as the other Turtle 2-packs. It is a green box as to where opposes normally their colors. Here you have artwork of Morphed April O'Neil. It wraps around to the side with the Power Rangers Cross Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo right here. Then you have a artwork of Morphed Michelangelo as the Yellow Ranger. You move it to the side and it just has the Power Rangers logo. Then at the top you have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Cross Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo of each representative. Then on the back, you have some 3D renderings of the figures themselves. You have Morphed April O'Neil as the Pink Ranger, Morphed Michelangelo as the Yellow Ranger, Power Rangers Lightning Collection logo at the bottom, Nickelodeon because they do share the license with Nickelodeon for these particular figures. These figures are based off the Boom Studio comics, not the TV show, and of course Hasbro. This did come in from GameStop. So if you want to go ahead and scan the barcode right there at your local GameStop, see if they can track one down for you. There you go. But enough of the packaging. What do you say we crack this set open and see how cool it actually is? All right, guys. Here we have the figures out of packaging, and they look phenomenal. Obviously, these are just repaints of each other molds with slight different accessories and paint applications. Obviously, the most figure we've gotten so far is probably this MMPR Pink Ranger. This is slightly different, however, but we'll get into that here in a second. Here we have Michelangelo looking great. These turtle figures are amazing, and I'm actually kind of sad that this is my last one that I'm going to get, obviously, because they don't have any more. I think there is a Series 2 of the book coming out. I'm not 100%, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. But anyways, let's go and take a quick look at all their accessories. Starting with the Pink Ranger, April O'Neil. She comes with your standard Pink Ranger accessories. She comes with her two kind of like, if I can get her to stand, her two like weapon holding hands on her out of packaging. And just like the other ones, we have one closed fist and one karate chop hand or opposing hand. So nothing new there. We have her standard bow and arrow combination. Instead of being a white plastic, it is done in this like kind of semi-gloss silver plastic. So that is a bit different there. And then you have an all pink arrow. I don't think we've gotten an all pink one. So same accessories, just new color decos. Then in typical fashion, we have her lightning effect, which is basically just a blasted arrow. So definitely nothing new there. We've gotten this one multiple times. So her new accessories would be obviously, I think this is the new helmet sculpt based off the Catherine 2-pack. So it is slightly different from the first releases of the Kimberly and Metallic Pink. Just slightly different, a little bit shorter. The pterodactyl head is more pronounced as a as an actual sculpting, I believe, and it doesn't go as far up as the other ones, but we'll get into that later. Then she comes with her April O'Neil head, which is a really good head sculpt. Obviously, you know, all you really have is the comics to base it off of. You can't really base this off a TV show. There we go. So there we have April O'Neil as the Pink Ranger. And then obviously for this Pink Ranger body mold, the most important thing missing, a lot of people miss this actually, is that she doesn't have a skirt. I don't know why people didn't notice this right away. I noticed this like instantly as soon as they showed the picture, and I wasn't sure, so I had to go back into the comics, and sure enough, she doesn't have a skirt. But anyways, her other two accessories that are exclusive to her is her Channel 6 right here microphone. So that's pretty cool. And then another accessory, I guess you can count this as hers, but as the promo shot shows it, she comes with her camcorder that shows Mikey holding it in all the promo shots. So yeah, if I can get him to hold it. Anyways, he's the one who should be holding it, even though it's an accessory for her. I don't know. I'll have to mess with that later. Sorry about that if you heard me coughing. I had to clear my throat there for a second. I'm kind of coming over a little bit of a cold. But yeah, anyways, those are her accessories. Moving on to Michelangelo. He comes with basically your standard turtle hands on him out of packaging, the weapon holding hands. You have two kind of like posing open palm hands. And then you have the two closed fisted hands. So as far as Rangers go, just like all the other turtles, they do come with the most hand accessories, which is great. Obviously, because you can't mix and match them with other Rangers, so they definitely need their own. Oh, I'm sorry. One more accessory for the Pink Ranger. She comes with her Power Blaster in gun mode, only in gun mode. And just like the others, it will port into there. Don't want to forget that. And then he comes with his weapons. I think these are called the Power Daggers or Power Chucks. I'm not quite sure. But either way, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of how they did this. I would have liked it if like this was removable, the chain. But I'll get into that reason why later. So all you got to do is kind of like port it into here. And then port it into here. And then he has him holding it. Or if not, you just kind of like clip them together. There is a port and a peg. Just kind of like peg that. And then I believe they just kind of like shove in there. Close this first. Go. No. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me look how they poured in there. Oh, okay. There we go. Actually, no. You just gotta kind of force it up, which I don't really like because forcing it up, as you can see, already chipped a little bit of the paint. Which on the paint on here, it's actually kind of coming off on my fingers. It's not very well done. But that is how the holstered weapons look if you wanted to holster them. They look good in there. It's just kind of a pain how they get in. It's really sad that this chipped. Let me try to get a focus on that. It chipped going in. So, I don't know. Really weird. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. So the other accessory he comes with is the lightning effect, obviously, that you can just kind of like port into here. Like so. And it kind of looks like he's, you know, swinging the nunchuck. Gives it that little action effect look. So there you go. And then the last accessory is obviously his Michelangelo head sculpt, which in my opinion is probably the best out of all of them. Mine does have like this weird lazy eye going on where like the pupils painted just slightly off. So that is kind of, yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It kind of gives him like a derpy look on mine, but oh well, go ahead and pop this off. And then pop that back on. And yeah, really derpy look. I wish I would have got a better painted one. Hopefully I can find another one in store and go ahead and return this head sculpt. But either way, there you go. Really cool. So as far as, let's jump into articulation. We'll get through this really quick because like she has your standard typical Power Rangers Lightning collection. The only difference would be is that her leg movements are probably a little bit better because she doesn't have the skirt hindering. But yeah, double elbow or double knees, single elbows, your typical ones there. So I'm not really going to go over her too much. Michelangelo, if you guys didn't see the other reviews, his articulation is basically just the same as all the other turtles. It isn't your standard ball peg hinge at the neck. It is slight rotation around the neck with the base moving around just a little bit, which I think is a shame because like it really doesn't give. Oh, this one seems to have better range of motion. It looks up really good. Oh, you know what? Down was the one that it didn't look very well. Even with the neck moving in two different spots, that's basically all he can look down, which isn't very much. So he can look up a good amount. Full 360, lots of side to side. You have ball jointed shoulders. We'll go out about that far. There we go. You do have a butterfly joint. Not that great. We'll go forward very little. Back a good amount. The shell kind of hinders just a little bit. Let's see here. You do have like an upper torso rotation, but it really only goes side to side because of the shell. Then you have lower abs, or not abs, but lower waist swivel. Will go side to side. Decent amount. Ball jointed hips. Does the splits very well. The best out of the entire line. It does have drop down hips, and if you guys aren't aware of what that is, it pretty much the hips not only goes in and out, forwards and backward, it does pull down just ever so slightly to give you just that more range of motion. I wish this was a little bit more standard on the Ranger figures themselves. Double elbows, pinless, of course, just like the others. Double knees, pinless, just like the others. Upper thigh swivel, rotate full 360, boot cuff swivel, and Hasbro ankle rockers, left, right, forwards, backwards, peg holes at the bottom. So your standard Turtle Ranger articulation, if they can find a happy medium between the normal Rangers and the Turtle Rangers for future figures, that would be great. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into details of these figures real quick. So as far as detail goes, the helmet sculpt on this, I think, is done phenomenally. I think it's my favorite head sculpt out of all of them, and I'm not even a huge fan of the saber-tooth one. But for whatever reason, this one just looks really good in my opinion. You do have the turtle shell on him, just like the others. It is gold. It is painted gold, a very nice gold, but for whatever reason, the gold on the shoulder bands are slightly different than the gold on here. I don't know if they have to paint it a different gold to like pop on the yellow, but it doesn't seem to match the chest plate and the back shell like the other ones did. You do have your morpher right there with the saber-tooth logo printed on. And because it is a bigger morpher, the print of the saber-tooth tiger is done much better. Nice design right here on the shell. The diamonds on the boots and hands are painted on very nicely. Yeah, there you go. Great looking figure. And for April O'Neil, here you have her. Once again, I really love this April O'Neil head sculpt. I don't know why. And I wish this figure would have been one of the ones that came with double elbows. I just feel like since she's holding a microphone, it's definitely one of those ones that would have benefited from a double elbow, because like you really just can't get that full lock motion to get it close to her mouth. I mean, you can, I guess you can kind of get it to like others if you wanted. Anyways, here you go. The paint on the belt is no silver. I don't know if it's supposed to be white. I don't know if that's how they are in the comics. I'll have to double check, but it is not silver. It's just all white. And then you have the coin there, but since it's one of those smaller morphers, it's not very clear on what the symbol actually is, even though it's pterodactyl. So yeah, your basic Pink Ranger figure, nothing new here, so there's really not anything to really go into major details about. One thing to note is that she doesn't seem to come with the bowed leg that normal Pink Rangers come with, so that's really good. I don't know what it is, and most female Rangers in general. I don't know if it's the way they're packaged or whatever, but her legs did come out of the packaging straight, and I do really appreciate that. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into some comparisons. Okay, so I want to put in a quick interjection before I go on with the other comparisons. Before I forget, if you have all the other turtles, you can take the weapons that they have. So with the shortened axe version that came with Donnie, you can go ahead and slide it, just like the other one. You could take one, or you could take Kimberly's, or not Kimberly's. You could take April bow, poured it in there. You can take one of Raph's sides, or his power sword, whatever you want to call it, poured it into there. Take Leo's swords, poured it in there like so. It's very loose. And then you could take Michelangelo's little nunchucks, which is the one reason why I wish these came off, because like otherwise you get this funky looking little side piece that just doesn't look right in my opinion, but it is what it is. So you can make the Ninja Turtle Power Blasters out of their weapons. It is semi-unique because their weapons are slightly different than the normal Rangers, but overall, it's basically the same concept. You just take the sides, put them on the bow, take the axe, port the bow in there, and then top it off with the power sword. So it is nice that they included that. I'm not mad at it. I do wish that these were able to unport from the rest of the sides, or daggers, whatever you want to call them, because it just kind of gives it this clunky look, and it's really forward heavy, or backwards heavy because it's two. So it's always tilting, which is not too big of a deal. I don't think I'm going to be displaying it like this anyways. Maybe if I did, I would end up cutting one of these and then just porting in one dagger how it is in the comic itself. But overall, I just wanted to make a quick mention that you can combine them together if you guys didn't know that. I mean, there are still people to this day that doesn't know that the Power Axe has a sliding mechanism, which I find very funny. I mean, it's a big slit right there. And it's, yeah. Anyways, just a quick note before I went on. So back to the comparisons. And so here they are next to the other Turtle Rangers in the other sets. We have her next to Leonardo, Donatello, and Raphael. So yes, I am so happy to finally have this team complete. I can't wait to start taking pictures of these guys. I think they look amazing, and I hope Hasbro does more figures, crossover figures like these in the future. I know that they plan on a lot of things in the comics. I know they crossed over with DC. I don't know how the DC rights would work. Obviously, DC can't really lease their stuff out because they have to deal with Warner Brothers and Hasbro and Disney and Marvel, and there's a lot of things that goes in. So we'll probably never see like a Superman or Batman figure from the crossover comics. They aren't like Nickelodeon where they lease out these turtle licenses to like everybody. Nickelodeon just wants their money. But yeah, there we are. I love this set. I highly recommend. I'm sorry this review's kind of been all over the place and I'm really cutting it short. I guess I'm not getting over this cold as quick as I thought I am. It really hurts my throat to talk for a very long time. So I'm going to end the review here. I will leave links down below on where you can purchase your figures. And until next time, guys, later.